Today, an Internet Exchange Center at Wichita State University is put together, picked up and assembled by a crane in 3 different pieces. It's located just across from X Stadium and is the first Internet exchange point in Kansas. Staff with Connected Nation, the organization behind the center, says the center will allow Kansans to have faster and cheaper internet.
So what this will do for people in Wichita is it will create a space that's closer to a hub, an internet exchange point that's closer to their homes and businesses. And what that does is it improves security, improves resiliency, lowers the cost of internet. It also improves latency, which is that speed thing I was talking about.
I think everybody will be on board with that. Jessica Denson says the center is also carrier neutral.